Hello everyone, welcome back to the Osteo Physio YouTube channel. Today we're dealing with trochanteric bursitis, so inflammation of the bursa on the side of the hip. So what I'm showing in this video is you feel up the side of the hip before you start the routine. We always recommend adding ice for about 1 to 2 minutes to take down the inflammation. What we want to start with for the first 30 seconds is we want you to release around the side of the leg and up into the side of the hip. And the reason why this is so key is even though it's the bursa, the fluid-filled sac that's giving pain, you want to think, well, why is it inflamed? So you want to start off by releasing the muscles around the area, because if all the muscles are tight, they're going to be pulling on the attachment, putting more pressure through the area, which might be inflaming the bursa or adding to the pain. What you then want to do is grab a tennis ball. You're going to work a little bit deeper to trigger point release. So we can release all the way up through into the ITB, into the outer quadriceps where I'm pushing here, and then up especially into the glute medius and minimus around the side of the hip. That can help you move and relax through the area better and reduce the likelihood of inflammation occurring. So you're going to find a point of tenderness, gently drop the body over that point, and you're going to hold until it relaxes. So again, we're aiming for about 30 seconds in each area. So 30 seconds down the side of the leg, 30 seconds up into the side of the glute. So with each of these, go within what feels comfortable for you. It can be incredibly tender with bursitis. So just think, right, aims are taking down inflammation of the bursa, hence why we've added the ice, as well as relaxing and moving through, which is everything that I'm trying to achieve with this specific routine. So again, finding the point of tenderness and then relaxing. Next, we want to start to gently stretch through the area. So you're going to almost do like a figure 4 stretch. So you're going to hook the foot behind the back of the opposite knee. You're going to pull it across the body and then look the opposite way to stretch up into the back as well. So you're stretching all the way down the side of the hip, into the side of the glute, pulling it across, and just do this within a pain-free range for you. So you might not want to pull the leg so far across initially, but you're aiming to stretch through the belly of the muscle. Once you've done this, you also want to work into releasing the glutes, but also the piriformis here, so releasing both elements. With the leg rest like that, that might be enough of a stretch. If you feel like you can reach through, either reach your hands through or add a towel through and pull it towards your chest. So we want to stretch around the back of the glute. So again, just to remind, we want to take down the tenderness of the bursa or that inflammation around the bursa by allowing optimal movement and optimal relaxation. This is why we're now moving on to movement of the hips. So we want to flush the area out. So once we release that tightness, you want to ensure that your hip is moving properly and you're not putting excessive pressure into the side of the hip. So it's very common with trochanteric bursitis to be associated with arthritis or wear and tear in the hip. So you want to improve that range of motion. So you might not want to have the circles as big as what I'm doing. So you can always reduce the range, and we want quality, not quantity. What we're then going to move on to is just gently stretching and opening up. So you're stretching around the front of the hip here, but you're also coming out as you pull it up towards you. You're coming out at a slight angle to target into the sacroiliac joints, stretching the capsule, as well as opening up through different structures of the body, particularly around the front of the hips, taking the pressure off. So we're aiming to add in that really lovely relaxation and movement through the body. The next one, only go on to this once the bursa pain has reduced and you're able to walk and move without any pain into the side of the hip. So this is only optimal, same with the strengthening, once that pain has come down, you're feeling better. So just stick with the tennis ball if this is too much, but you're going to foam roller over the belly or the side of the glutes to release a little bit deeper than the stretching. And then finally you want to strengthen. And I know it sounds completely dysfunctional, it doesn't sound right to be doing this in terms of strengthening where you've had pain, but this is absolutely key, because once you've settled the pain, you need to re-strengthen into that muscle so that long term you're a lot more stable. So you want to start by bringing the legs apart, holding for a second and then relaxing. You should be feeling it around the side of the hip. So again, a couple of reps here for 30 seconds. If this is too easy, what you can then do is straighten out the leg and then lift up, hold for a second, then relaxing back down. So again, your aim is to strengthen through that gluteus medius muscle where I'm putting my hand over the side of the hip, Once the pain has gone down, once the inflammation's gone down, once your movement is better, then you want to start to look at this strengthening that I'm doing today, adding it into your routine, rebuilding that stability and reducing the likelihood of re-injuring later.